Welcome to Fluorescene.
Welcome to the Fluorescene Show, episode 15. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Glazier. Before we get started, I want to remind you to hit that red subscribe button below to be sure to get updates on new shows and segments. This week in Odie's on Facebook, a doc posts this pic of a Jimmy Choo frame chewed by a dog named Jimmy. The irony of a chewed shoe chewed by a Jimmy who's not Jimmy Choo. So funny. Looks just like a frame a patient brought in recently who told me they didn't know what happened, but it was a crappy frame and had to be a manufacturer's defect. Yeah, right. Then there's they were that way when I opened the case. People have no shame. My spoiled dog T-Bone won't even chew a chew. He prefers Louboutin. Apparently, he can taste the difference. Those chews are expensive shoes. It must be soul-destroying when that happens. Get it? Soul-destroying? A doc posted a picture of what lay in store for her on her desk when she walked in to see her 3 o'clock patient. The optician labeled every frame case and had them ready for the doc. Thank God for good, detailed opticians. The doc added, Friday is always Friday. When you see this, you know a few things are about to happen. Number one, you're going to have an in-depth discussion about every single pair. Number two, you're going to ask them which pair they are the happiest with. Number three, you're going to rate the new RX as close to the pair they are happiest with zero or minuscule changes. And number four, it's still Saturday and you're still at the office with them. And five, they're going to come back 3 days after getting the new lenses, complaining they're worse by far than any of the other pair. Yeah, right. In this case, I think the person is one pair away from starring in an episode of Hoarders. Then there's the doc whose patients had the nerve to call their office asking for 1-800-CONTACTS number. Seriously, though? This patient, you could always mess with them and ask, can you spell 1-800-CONTACTS? Or tell them it's 1-888-CONTACTS. Or better yet, they seem dumb enough to fall for you giving them your office number, answering it 1-800-CONTACTS, and taking the order. I mean, it's not just you. This patient probably also checks prices in the dollar store. I'd answer with, try calling 1-800-PET-MEDS and ask for the contact lens department. Let me guess, this doc got the call from the electric company asking if the refrigerator was running. They better go catch it. Remember that one? Then there's the classic patient face palm-worthy question. If I wear these glasses too much, will they hurt my eyes? Crazy how they don't even think about the fact that we're in the business to help people, right? What passes as evidence for some people I'll never understand, like when they say, my sister's eyes got worse when she got her first glasses, or my eyes were fine until I started wearing your glasses. Yeah, thanks. Okay, make an appointment because you can't see, then blame us for helping you see? The logic or lack thereof is constant source of amazement for me. I mean, the Earth is the third planet from the sun, so technically we're all third world countries, right? The optometric irony of irony is that wearing glasses won't make your eyes worse, and not wearing them won't make your eyes worse, so maybe those patients are right? The best comment in the thread was, trust me, I wouldn't prescribe anything that would put me at a risk of having to see you sooner than 1 year from now. You can always fire these patients for psychological reasons. They're psycho, and you're logical. A doc had a patient angered because they thought he was retinal mapping all of his patients and stealing their unique retinal fingerprint for nefarious purposes. The doc recommended saying, no worries, this thing steals souls, not identities. Probably a flat earther again. I might mess with them, turn, stare them straight in the eye and say, who are you working for? Or yell to the receptionist, lock all the doors, don't let this one get away. You can just tell them that once their blood vessel pattern is mapped, you can prescribe the correct coatings to block the effects of chemtrails. But seriously, paranoia is a serious issue. If you want to understand paranoid people, try following them around. Reminds me of a joke. 3 conspiracy theorists walk into a bar. Coincidence? A doc asked for help with the glaucoma patient. The dreaded glaucoma. You know when you go into a coma from sniffing glue? Much more rare and severe than glaucoma, and usually a sticky diagnosis. I just hope the doc didn't forget to check his Cadillacs. By the way, was his name Elmer? In any event, it's a good thing to contact these patients with the actual pronunciation. That way, you'll end up bonding with them. Get it? Bonding? No matter. It was a sticky situation for real. Here's an interesting presentation of an 18-year-old female, no complaints, Best corrected visual acuity 2020. No other remarkable history, health, family, medical, or otherwise. No one has solved it yet, so if you want to take a stab, it's a fascinating presentation. Search the hashtag TFT, and it should be towards the top, and chime in. Now, a doc gets a call from a patient who can't get their contacts out, as the patient is having a LASIK enhancement soon and lives too far away from her current eye doc. She asked if the doc could help her free of charge without any evaluation. The doc wisely told her to go to the LASIK center that did the surgery. And we all know, if you did look at it, it wouldn't be a stuck contact because 99% of the time, it's the patient tugging at their conj and the foreign body sensation that follows. As one doc succinctly put it, dollars to donuts, she's trying to remove her cornea. Seen it more than once. Patients don't realize from our perspective anything, including how serious any things could be wrong with them. A herpes simplex keratitis, someone who unknowingly pulled their own flap off. I used to be a people person, but people ruined it for me. Ain't got no time for that. Then there's this. I know it's the internet, and you can't believe everything you see, and I want to believe it because I've seen lots of cake face smashes on ridiculousness and America's Funniest Videos, and I love when that happens, but this really happened. Ouch. And some baker just got served with a major lawsuit. Here's someone who will never complain about air puff tonometry again. Well, that's it for this week on Odie's on Facebook. We've got a